Welcome to the Mubadala Arena. This is the Adidas Next Generation EuroLeague Finals. We are in Abu Dhabi, where it's a toasty 40 degrees centigrade. But in the arena, the heat is on the court as we are here for Game 2 in Group A. EA7 Emporio Armani Milan taking on Mega Super Belgrade. Second game of the day. First game for both of these teams in the Adidas Next Generation EuroLeague Finals. Game already in the books. Dubai Basketball against Barcelona. 46 to Dubai, 110 to Barcelona in that one. We'll have every game live for you on demand as well on the EuroLeague social media channels, including our YouTube channel. My name is Martin Henlon. I am your lead commentator, and I'm thrilled to be joined by Dosh Balbai, who coached the select teams in all the qualification tournaments. So Dosh, you're familiar with all of these players, most of these teams as well, and we got a good game on the cards here.
Yes, Martin, definitely this is going to be a great game. Me personally played against Mega team in Istanbul, great team. And we see the players right now, very experienced team. They played in this tournament finals for a while, and they've been playing together for a long time. So it's a great team, and Milano as well. Great group of guys. I got to see him in Belgrade, great team, and this is going to be an exciting game.
Well, we look at some of the key players. Ognjen Zventic, lead scorer in their qualification. He's one of those veteran players, a genuine 18-year-old as well. So he's under 18 through the tournament. And then Pavle Bachko. Someone said to me he's like a baby Jokic. Is that what we're going to see today?
I agree. He's like a baby Jokic, left-handed version of baby Jokic. He's a really soft touch, a smart player. He knows the game, high IQ. And definitely a guy to keep an eye on.
Well, Milan, look at their roster. This team is also experienced, played through their regular season, champions of the under-19s in Italy this season. So this is certainly a team that's got a degree of pedigree, and they won't be intimidated by Mega, who have the reputation of a team that's fundamentally sound, champions Mega work in 2022. Key players for Milan, Michele Lonati. We start with him as their leading scorer, averaging 16 points in the qualifiers.
Yeah, Lonati is one guy to keep an eye on. Great shooter. He has a great feel for the game.
And then the other one we're looking at is Luigi Swigo, another veteran, 2 meters 20, and he will be going up against Batko in the paint. Swigo, who's really grown this season as a player. He's also had some court time for the senior team as well, which we've seen in the Barcelona game, has a big advantage, a big reward from having that court time at the highest level. But in Swigo, you've got a big 2 meters 20. He steps out and shoots the three ball with confidence as well.
He does, and he uses his length, and also he's a really mobile, tall guy, and he runs the floor, blocking shots. All-around player.
Well, players will be heading to the benches. We'll have the initial introductions for both teams shortly. Reminder that the format of the Adidas Next Gen EuroLeague Finals, 2 groups of 4 teams. This is Group A. And we had Dubai and Barcelona also Group A playing. Each team plays each other one time, so 3 games for each team in the competition, and then the winner of each group will compete in the finals on Sunday, May 25th, which happens to be your commentator's birthday. Happy birthday to me for then.
Happy birthday, Martin, man. You're getting younger.
Yeah, you see, Dosh, see this guy, he can come back. Dosh will come to every game that I'm commentating, that's for sure. I love someone talking about getting younger. Age is just a number. I've gone for all the cliches. Although for these youngsters, we talk about the youth of these players. Some of them play mature beyond their years, and 16, 17 years of age as a coach, how do you manage your own expectations of what they can bring to you on the court?
I mean, one thing that these guys are really good at, they play international game. They compete against the international teams and national teams, and they play high-level basketball, and they know the game. They know how it plays, and that's why it helps them in the long run in the next level too. The most important thing for them to translate this game to the next level, and definitely so many prospects here competing against each other, but this is all great experience for them at a young age.
Yeah, the NextGen tournament is unique in terms of international competition, a lot of under-18 competitions domestically, but rare you see a format opportunity like this to play against some of the best young players across all of Europe and in many cases in the world.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for all the players to get the most exposure, because the whole world is watching these games. And obviously all these players, they have incredible big dreams, and to achieve their dreams, I think this is a great tool for them. This is a great platform for them to show themselves.
Okay, you mentioned that audiences around the world. For those of you watching us live on the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague or Adidas Next Generation EuroLeague YouTube channels live and on the EuroLeague TV, we welcome you. If you have any comments or want to give any feedback to us, we like the positive. We'll answer the negative too, but positive we love. You can post comments in our YouTube chat. We've got the very accomplished David Hine, who knows more about under-18 basketball than any person should have. Got more knowledge than I think I've seen anyone in my long time associated with the sport. He will feed back to us. Of course, if he can answer the questions on our behalf, we will do so, but we are very happy to answer on air. So if you've got some comments, please do feed in. How do you think that Barcelona team looked earlier on? Are they as good as advertised? What are we going to see here? This Milan team never has won the NextGen tournament, but it's been said that this is arguably the most open under-18 competition that we've seen in the 23 years that the Next Generation's been around. So Milan could be a team, though, that could cause some problems for the other teams.
Yeah, as you said, this is going to be a really close race for the next couple days. We talk about how important each possession is, not each game, but each possession. So these guys need to know the value of the basketball and going into the games. And I'm really excited about watching all these games and see how these guys handle the pressure and also competing against the best teams.
Yeah, and it's a 3-game tournament. So even if you do lose the first game, you're not done for the whole week, because it's a round robin. Everybody has to play each other. And the challenge for you as a player and also for a coach is to keep them high if they win, but don't let them go into the doldrums if they do not.
No, definitely. There's never too high, never too low in these finals. There's always next day, and as we said, it's very open. Each team can beat each other, so you never know till your last game in the group.
Well, we're moments away from game 2 of the competition. Our officials, important test for the referees as well. This is a high-profile competition, and not all of them are, looking to make the move into the A group, and if you like, of the EuroLeague.
Yeah, it's a great test for everybody, for referees and for players, for coaches here. All over, overall, it's a great tournament and great finals to be in, and beneficial for each one on the court, each one person on the court. It's a great opportunity.
Well, you notice that the referees are mic'd up. It's not because they're going to give the half-time performances and show tunes. Their conversation is being recorded. It's not being played out live, but I certainly think that this is a good help with the future of international basketball. This becomes a consistent solution where we can actually hear what the referees are saying to each other. Would that have helped you when you played?
Yeah, I think I agree. It's great to have communication with the referees as well, and also we would like to know what they think or what they discuss when they come together. And I'm sure the audience who watch us or who watch basketball on their TV, they want to hear from the referees why they made the decision or not. So sometimes to hear from them, I think, makes it more interesting.
All right, starting five will be stepping out on the floor, ready to get this one underway. It is Group A action in the Adidas Next Generation EuroLeague Finals. A bit of a mouthful for your commentator, but not one for you to have to worry about. Starters are out on the court. Coach Michele Catalani of Milan and Milan Vidisavljevic of Mega are the coaches in situ. Now, if the first game is anything to go on, we're going to have a nervy first couple of minutes where players will be turning the ball over quite a lot, making mistakes as they settle down. But ultimately it comes down to teams that can put the ball in the basket and teams that can defend. We are up and underway, and the ball is controlled by what is officially in this game the visitors, Mega Belgrade. Straight away, ball being swung around on the perimeter, and we get our first steal, but it's a foul that's called. Luigi Swigo caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Yeah, it's an early foul for him, and you just got to be careful going into the second half, not to pick up his second or third foul. It's important for Milano to have him on the court as much as they can.
It's excitement. Just stick your hands in there, trying to do something positive early on. And get back underway. Mega in possession. Suzentic at the shot clock buzzer. Well, so much for nerves and turning it over. He clatters home his first three, averaging 16 points a game in the qualifiers. Now we're going to see if they can match that defensively. Quick three-point shot for Milan. Offensive rebound. Swigo was open but wasn't ready for the pass. And Mega go coast to coast and one. Vuksin Musikic gets the steal. He streaks down the court, gets fouled on the way to the basket. An opportunity for a three-point play early. A great start by Mega.
Yes, they definitely come out and execute their first two plays, and their bench as well. I was really impressed with how the bench is involved, and they want this game so bad. So from the beginning, they put that pressure on Milan right away.
Well, when they hosted the competition in Belgrade a couple of years ago, I think that was that your first or your second EuroLeague championship in Belgrade?
That was my second.
Yeah, so it was old hat by then. You was like, oh yeah, I'm back to that.
Right.
But that was a huge turn up when they turned over Madrid in the final. There we go, transition opportunity. Lonati and the fast break, dropping down. But Belgrade, as you said, we talk about this competition being open. They will fancy their chances, a team that could go all the way once more. And they certainly started out with a statement of intent.
Yes.
On the first 5 points of the game.
You see bodies thrown around, they diving for each ball, so it's going to be a hard-fought battle right here today.
Well, Mattia Chiquetta with the 2-point shot on the inbounds pass. So Milan definitely well drilled on offense, moving the ball and getting another steal. It's great ball movement, great passing. Can't make the jump shot. But Milan have come right back at Mega after their explosive start to the game.
Oh, what a start.
Wow, yeah. Suzentic.
Expectations are really high on Suzentic, and so far he came out to play today.
Donati. Well, the ball ran the halls. Chicato at the shot clock buzzer, can't convert. Mega on the attack. To say the pace of this game, the energy level from both teams has been impressive so far, but Luigi Swigo, and he knows it. You see his hands behind the back. He knows he's just committed his second foul.
Yep. That's why that picking up that first foul, unnecessary foul, maybe it's going to affect this whole game. Yeah.
You watch him stick his hands in there.
Again,
You go.
Don't
he
reach.
knows
You're 220. Just go out there and help or try to block the shot. These are just small details that you got to be careful.
Well, they reached.
He reached again and third foul.
Wow.
Did I jinx him or something?
No, he's jinxed himself.
Yeah.
Look, we talk about the nervousness of these players. This is the
right. I mean, I called it earlier, and he picked up his third foul in 2.5 minutes, a little more than 2.5 minutes. It's his first half is over, I think.
Yeah, and you're not blaming the coach for that, for him picking up that foul. But again, at 18 years of age, this is the third time you've played in this competition. You've got to be able to think, I need to go and stand somewhere else, away from the basketball. 3 fouls, basically the same foul every time.
Same foul, reaching foul, unnecessary, and he kind of punished himself, just sitting on the bench for the first half, and we'll see if it's going to be helpful in the second half.
Well, in the qualifying tournament finals, he had the same problem against INSEP of Paris, where he got in foul trouble and he was ineffective, and they got down big in that final, ended up going down. And he's such an important player, not just because of his stats, but his sheer size on the court.
Yes, his presence, just being there. He's got the height advantage, 220 blocking shots, running down the lane. But unfortunately, he left his team out there, picking up his third earlier.
Petar Stojic missing the layup. Just a defensive strategy, just dive on the floor underneath it. Good defense that time, though. Novalia. The ball will go back to Mega. Just great vertical defense, and we talked about this earlier, how difficult it is for young players to go vertical, not bending down.
Right. There's communication mistake again, and right away, Mega tried to punish it. We talk about both things. We said coming up, straight up, not to put your hands down. It's an automatic foul, and also defensively, communication part. You make one mistake on communication, and the team just punishes you right away.
And also, you see the price paid for Milan with Swigo on the bench with 3 fouls. The offensive rebounding gets an easy score there. They just keep the ball high, Mega, tip it around until they get the deuce.
Right. So whole game plan is going to change because he's out. They're going to probably struggle with the rebound.
Well,
overall.
They've basically got 5 guards on the floor now. There isn't a bona fide big man out there, and they're getting their shots blocked when they attack the basket. Chikato has his shot rejected. Mega, if they're smart, they're going to pound the ball inside. It's exactly what they do. And they do not get the points from Musicic. Now, if you're Milan, you want to speed the game up, right? They want to get fast break.
I think that's what they're going to do. They're a great running team, and we're going to see this next, rest of the game. They're going to keep running. As soon as they get stops or get the rebounds, they're going to keep running.
And they've got to make layups, though. Good hands defensively. That time Chikato gets the steal. He's fouled in transition. But I guess you've got no option. When you haven't got a big man, we're going to have to play run and gun. Let's get out and run with them. We get our first timeout of the game. Teams go to the benches. It's a bright start for the team from Serbia. Milan 6, Mega 12. Well, open exchanges, Dosh, what have you seen so far?
Well, as expected, both teams really fight and, they try to execute their plays. But again, we saw a couple turnovers, back and forth. And I think the biggest difference is the rebounds right now, especially, Mega just putting pressure on the offensive rebounds. They already got 6 offensive rebounds and finishes. So that makes a huge difference. I think also having Srzentic on your roster, high prospect guy, he started with 2 threes already. So everything works out for Mega so far.
But Milan still on the court. They're still playing. You don't go home because your star big man gets 3 fouls in the first quarter, and because the opposition have got 6 offensive rebounds. You can do something about the rebounding. You can start blocking out and just get some points on the board. They are 0 of 2 3-point shooting. Mega have taken 12 shots, Milan 8. So those offensive rebounds are turning into scoring opportunities. And we get our first look at Pavel Batchko, number 15 of Mega, into the action as they continue with this much taller lineup than Milan. Achille Lonate, though, shows why he's his player to watch offensively.
Great slasher. I mean, again, for him to get to the basket, it's not that hard. So he uses skills and ability to get the basket easily and finish it up there.
And even though Mega are a taller team, they're not shot blockers. So, you know, maybe he's not going with any fear when he attacks the basket.
Yes, definitely. He's going to keep putting that pressure in the paint, and you know, he's not afraid of getting his shots blocked. He's a great finisher in the paint.
Milan on the attack. Air ball on the jump shot from Garavaglia. Here comes Mega. 4-point lead for the team from Belgrade. Pavel Batchko down low. Spins to the baseline, comes back, steps through, left-handed, gets the finish, and that's just size over intention.
Oh yeah, they're gonna put the ball inside rest of the game, and yeah. Well, defensively though, they gotta get stops. They get him blown by easily.
Batchko again.
Again, very soft touch, and high skilled player. Once you get the ball around the basket, you know, you had a great point that, you know, people make him look like a baby Jokic. I definitely agree with that. Very soft touch, smart IQ player.
Steal and breakaway slam dunk for Ognjen Luzentic. He goes to 8 points. Well, here's a question for you, Coach. You can tell me I'm crazy. When Dirk Nowitzki took over and everybody got to the 1-foot step back jump shot, right? That's the name of the game now.
Yep.
You've got Jokic, and now you've got players out there like they're modeling their game on him. You've got Batchko. He's, you know, soft hands, leaning in. He's not doing anything athletically.
Mm-hmm. It's just the game is evolving. I mean, players change the game. This is a game of players, and each player, you know, Jokic, Nowitzki, even Luka, they come in and change the game. Steph Curry, we see how the game is evolved, and now all the big guys are taking shots. You know, back in the day, maybe when you were playing, you know, when the big guys take the shots, they would look at you like you're crazy. Why are you taking the shot? You're a big man, you got to finish around the rim. But the game has changed a lot, and you see now big guys shooting the ball and big guys playing like a point guard. Jokic is having triple-double every day, and yeah, it's a different game now.
In my day, it was the bad boys of Detroit, so if it moved, you fouled it. That's much easier for me.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, you're right. I think it's just the way the game evolves. You know, Michael Jordan made everybody want to dunk the basketball.
Right.
And now you've got Jokic, and it's great to see big men, because the game has become so much involved behind the three-point line, and the bigs became almost an afterthought. But now big men they're coming back. They're on the charge.
Yes, if you have a high IQ, you know, basketball players, a big man who can pass the ball, you'll have a huge advantage. You know, definitely can create for the shooters and create his own shot. That's why Jokic is so valuable, because he knows how to pass the ball. He can shoot the ball. He has everything you ask for. So.
Well, they pass the basketball. The pass becomes a weapon, almost in the same mold as being able to dribble, because you've got to protect against him passing the ball, which opens up the one-on-one opportunities. You don't double team him; he'll pass out of it.
Right.
Foul there. I think. I thought it was a travel, but they've called a foul. So Milan will retain possession on the sideline. They trail by 7 points. Lenati will take the ball out of bounds. Milan 12, Mega 19. Garavaglia from deep and gets the three. Well, you said that they seem to be a team that are confident taking the shots when they move, taking the ball out of the offense. They're comfortable with each other, good chemistry.
Yes, definitely. They know how to play, and they're really pushing the ball and putting the pressure on the Mega team right now. And they're not shy of getting to the lane and going to the basket or taking these open shots. They just play the way they're supposed to play.
Well, I was just about to say, an example of the passing ability of Bachko, moving the ball down, but then they throw it away, trying to kick it out from underneath. Turnover.
You just got to keep it simple. I mean, whoever is open, you pass the ball. Try not to be fancy with the ball. Just keep it simple. And if you try to be fancy with the ball, that's going to create problems and more turnovers.
Well, the good news is you've got a game on our hands. These two teams are certainly showing that they've got the right intention and a right degree of effort there, as Kerem almost trying to get the steal. Mega will retain possession, but nothing coming easy as this quarter wears on. I guess the nerves are settling down. And I have to say, again,
you see guard setting a screen for a big man, which is it was unusual when you look back 10-15 years ago. Now this is a reverse screen, guard setting a screen for a big man so big man can create. Obviously that was a bad decision, but
a good recovery from the defense.
Yes.
I'm impressed with Milan defensively. They're not switching on that high screen and roll. They keep the big man getting back in the action, Youssef, and then they get an easy bucket at the other end. Well, Milan, many say they're the dark horse of this tournament. Would you say that seems to be something looking true so far?
I agree, yeah, I agree. Definitely. They're fighting on the court, all five guys. They're diving on the floor, each possession. So they're not going to give up. You see how they recover on defense, and they don't get screened.
Well, Guglielmo Youssef commits that foul there. They have not given it to him. Will confirm. They're giving to Brian Angeletti, who commits the foul, and that puts Mega in the bonus. 5 fouls for Milan, only 3 for Mega, so they've got 1 to give if they want to make sure Milan doesn't get an easy bucket. And Luca Illes at the line makes both free throws. 4-point lead for Mega. Milan 17, Mega Belgrade 21. 2 minutes left in the first period. Angeletti hands off to Kerem. Pass through the bounce pass between the legs. It's stolen away. Illes drives into trouble, throws it away, but they get it back. And then they definitely throw it away. Well, sloppy ball handling by Mega, though.
It was, yeah. You going into the paint, you don't make up your mind. It's just a bad decision by Mega players. You always got to think about the next step. What are you going to do before you go into the paint? If you go with no plan, that's going to lead to a turnover.
Milan back in possession. Garavalia back to Omar Kerem on the wing. Pulls up off the dribble, misses the long 2. Illes with a defensive rebound. Mega.
Again, he's setting up now.
Illes trying to use his body to create space. Fumbles the ball, but gets it back and converts the layup. Gets the lead back up to 6 points. Final minute of the first period. Slow wind up, and the 3-pointer is away and good for Youssef.
Simple pick and roll and good read, and they're not shy of taking these open shots, and as long as they make it, they're in the game. But now they gotta try to stop Bako in the paint.
Good strong drive and finish there. George Ignato down the lane, and said they had a foul to give, and they've used the foul wisely.
They did. That's a good foul. Now they're in bonus after this foul. They got to get the stop. and they might have another 4 or 5 seconds left on the shot clock for offense.
Yusuf winding up, taking his time, making sure the three goes. They missed their first three-pointers, Milan. They've made 2 in a row. That's got them back within 5 points. Mega have led by as many as 7 in this game. Well, it's been a difficult start. The first couple of minutes were disastrous for Milan, but they're certainly back in it. And if they keep making triples like that, they'll do more than get back in it.
Again, another simple pick and roll, and they found the open guy. They keep it very simple. It's they're not making things complicated.
Backo gets his they get his shot blocked, but I think it's coming down the lane. Who fouled him that time? Do you see who it was?
It was Lona. It was, yeah. I think it was. Oh, maybe Cesato.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, he was again a second late. You know, he should have been there already on the help side.
That's a fair question, though. You know, the quarter's running down. They're setting up the high screen and roll between Backo and I think that Ilez.
Yes.
Shouldn't the defense anticipate that?
Yes, he should have been there already. He should have been there already for the roll, because you know the shot clock is winding down and you have a couple seconds left. They either going to take that shot or pass the Backo, but it was just a mistake.
Streaking down the court. Referee doesn't call the foul. But Cordellino gets the layup. And that score there means at the break, end of one period, it's a 2-point lead. A lapse in concentration from the defense there, Dosh.
Yes, you cannot give up this point. You know, there's 4 seconds left on the shot clock. You shouldn't free throws. You should be already communicating on the front court not to let anybody run down the lane, and it was just a miscommunication on defensive end for Mega.
So at the end of one period, EA7 Milan 25, Mega Super Belgrade 27. Well, a positive start for Mega. They scored the first 5 points of the game. But then Milan got right back into it. Ognjen Zazentic, good as advertised.
He created his own shot. It's 2 threes that he made in the beginning. Very comfortable with the ball.
And then a parade of soft fouls from Milan is what got them behind. Achille Lunati, we said to watch out for him. He was definitely impressive on offense.
For sure. I mean, you see how he gets into the lane very easily. It takes his time to finish the layup. Very experienced player, very smart player.
Well, Milan, despite playing without a recognized big man for most of the first period, have moved the basketball well. Passing has been outstanding for them, and we'll see that when we look at the statistics.
Definitely playing the pick and roll with the purpose makes a huge difference, especially Lonati coming off the screens and creating for his teammates. You know, it makes a huge difference. They play the pick and roll with purpose.
Yeah, and look at that statistics there. 9 assists for Milan, only 2 for Mega. And that's reflecting in the scoreboard. Passing the basketball, that's a big foundation to build on. If they can keep moving the ball like that, that will negate any sort of negative aspects they have because of the foul trouble.
Yes, definitely. They play with 5 short guys, and they keep moving the ball. They have a great spacing. So if they keep in the way they play, they're going to create more shots.
Second quarter is underway. Scaravalia straight away into the action. Cordellini moves the ball back up top, and there's that man Lunati down the lane and snakes his way through the defense.
Yes.
And Ognjen Zazentic says, anything you can do, I can do better, right back at you. Zazentic and Lunati both have similar attack approaches to the game.
Very similar slashers, and they're really comfortable with the ball. They can create their own shot, and around the rim. Once they get there, they either get fouled, like how we see it, or just finish it easily. Here, Lonati finishing it easily.
Well, we're all square, 27 points apiece. Lonati, only 4 points, but he's made both of his 2-point shots attacking the basket. Onion Sazentic becomes the joint lead scorer in the game. He goes to 10 points, matching the 10 of Diego Garavaglia of Milan. With that free throw there, he goes to 11, and Mega re-established a 2-point lead. Full court pressure, man-to-man from Mega. So their coach has asked them to raise the intensity defensively. Good defense there, the block shot by Stojic. Now Sazentic feeding his big man down low. And Petar Stojic can't convert.
You see how Milano runs. They run the lanes real quick. As soon as they clear the rebound, they get the rebound. All 5 guys you see, like in synchronized, they just running at the same time. They're gonna put that pressure on the fast break.
And well drawn. They're getting to the right spots on the floor. There's a method to the madness. It's not just run and go crazy.
No, you see them, the wings. They fill up the corners. The big man just run the pipeline. It's very, very well organized transition offense,
which you only get if you play together for a long time, which is where their chemistry comes.
Yes, a lot of work, playing together makes everything easier.
Stojic in the post, can't get the shot to go. Well, observation from your league commentator, Doge, so far, I'd say that neither one of these teams can match the athleticism of Barcelona.
Well, yeah, the Barcelona makes a difference with the athleticism and the length. They have a deep roster. Each guy coming off the bench as well. They have the depth and the length. So these teams are not quite there yet. Barcelona makes a difference with the size and the length for sure.
Strong drive. Danilovic gets his first points of the game. Another player in his second ANGE finals. Again, the passing game of Milan comes up with the reward, the layup.
They also move without the ball really well. They read it, and they cut, and again, playing together for a long time, that helps a lot. Each player, they know each other, what they can do best. So
Danilovic working off the bounce. Almost stolen away by Youssef, but the referee catches him, calls him for the foul. The referee may have called that. Certainly not. Is that an active shooting? Was it Gaddester? Indeed it was. See, Youssef.
Yeah, it's another controversial. I mean, he was about to hold the ball, but I don't know if he had the full control of it. It's just, again, their judgment.
Instant replay system versus just let the officials figure it out for themselves. Which side of the fence do you sit on?
Old school one. you and me,
Oh, that's funny. That's because you're a baby, barely retired.
Right.
I always have liked the human nature of officiating.
That's it.
That's the beauty of the game. The referees don't always get it right.
No, you don't have to get it right all the time. Like I said it before, as players, we all make mistakes. Coaches make mistakes, and referees have the right to make mistakes. So it's completely fine to get a couple calls wrong.
Buckets coming for Milan. Omar Karem goes to 5 points personal, gets his team within one, and there's a turnover.
See the aggressivity, 5 guys in Milano, very active. They stay in front of the ball and play great defense. As long as they have the energy on defense, they're gonna, be a big threat for Mega.
They see Youssef swarming to Zentic, forcing the mistake. 6 turnovers now for Mega. Down in the post. drop to the baseline. They throw out of the double team. Lenati steps in. Misses the long two. That's a smart rebound.
That's a great awareness. Great rebound. I mean, when the ball was in the air, he knew where his teammates were. It's amazing. You know, Lonati and Cecato together, two guards, they really understand the game and know the game very well.
What you liked about that for Lenati is he's not going in there thinking, I've got to grab the rebound. It's like he knew he'd missed the shot when he let it go. And instead of admiring it, begging it to go in, he went and chased it down.
Just the awareness, man. It's just huge. Knowing where your teammates are, knowing that you're going to miss that shot and get the rebound. It's a high IQ basketball game.
Timeout on the floor. EA7 Milan 35. Their first lead of the game. Mega Super Belgrade 33.
You know, I'm really impressed how they play with 5 short guys and still put a lot of pressure on Mega and get to defend them the paint as well. It's just all about the aggressivity, ball pressure, staying in front of the ball. Those things make a huge difference. Mega is struggling right now to find their rhythm.
They started out quite easy in this game for Mega. Milan, their on-court awareness and positioning has been outstanding. They're moving defensively, they're moving as a unit almost, which is causing Mega problems. But their three-point shooting has been rather special, particularly from Diego Garavaglia. He had 10 points personal, including being 2 of 3 from beyond the arc.
High percentage shots by Garavaglia, and then moving without the ball it's a skill. So early he got double digits already.
Out of the timeout. Over the back court, down low, steps through and uses his length to step through and get the layup. Mega take the lead once more. And they will retain it. Lino misses the three-point shot.
Beautiful.
Oh, Lenati.
He just couldn't get it go, but it was a beautiful move by Lenati.
And the thing is, a player like him will keep shooting the ball.
Right, yeah. Another easy basket for Baby Jokic.
I don't want to get him stuck with that moniker. Because it'd be my fault.
No. No, Bako is a great player. Obviously, he looks, the way he plays is like Jokic, but obviously he's a skilled big man. Who knows the game.
It's a unique style of play.
It is definitely. I mean, it's not a bad thing to be compared with Jokic, but Bako has his own style, obviously, but very smart player. He knows where he is on the court. Great spacing. He just gets to the basket easy, and already got double figures as well.
In a world where athleticism seems to dominate on the basketball court, a smart player who's got great footwork do rather well. Bako is certainly doing that today.
Yeah, definitely. He's a great feel for the game. You see him in that position. Even if he couldn't get the rebound, he just reached for it and got his team in a good position.
And the thing is, with players like that, they are very aware. They know that they're not the most athletic player on the court. They're not intimidated by it. They probably hate pre-season training. We've got to run up their mountains, but it's just sheer doggedness is what will get him to the top of the hill. Misses the shot there, and here comes Milan. Opportunity for them. They've got numbers if they can take advantage, but that doesn't happen. Smart foul by Vid Krunic.
Very smart foul. They had numbers, but Milano held the ball too long and got caught with the foul. So they're gonna set up right now, 5-on-5.
Milan again, working up high. Lenati hits Garavaglia, and he improved lights out from deep.
I mean, his pace is really, it makes the difference. Getting into his shots, the way he moves, he's got a great pace.
illegal screen is called. Garibaldi's even laughing with Bacco as well, as if to say, dude, I didn't think you fouled, but hey, the referee calls it. I'm going to take it. There's the screen. Oh, he maybe sicks that right hip out a little bit.
It's just a great hustle, though. Great hustle by Garibaldi.
And that's an important point you make there, isn't it? Because if without the hard work from Garibaldi, Bacco doesn't get called for the foul.
Yes, you don't get that if you don't try it. So.
That's a strong drive, Ognjen Suzentic, and he's asking for a unsportsmanlike. How's about that for vertical straight down the line?
It's a great attack by Suzentic, but it's a good foul as well. I mean, no easy baskets. That sends a message to Mega. You know, we're not going to let you score easily. And this is a great foul, I think, reaching the ball and not letting him, Suzentic, to get easy basket.
Sometimes your reputation precedes you, and you better believe on the scouting report, Ognjen Suzentic is somebody that Milan recognise has the potential to go for big numbers. So do not give him any easy points, that's for sure.
They got the ball. Well, he tried hard. I mean, it's not a bad gamble. He almost steal the ball, but again, you don't want to leave your team 5-on-4 there. If you don't steal the ball, you got to get back in front. You should not. You should not. If you're not 100% sure that you're going to steal that ball, you shouldn't die for it. But again, for the effort, I can't get mad to that play. Really, I want that effort from my players. So. It's okay to do it one time, not twice. It's all about their defensive aggressivity. All 5 guys, they move together, they pressure the ball, they don't get screened, so that makes a huge difference. You see the bombs, they really know what they're doing on defense. But again, offensive rebounds, Mega is doing a great job following their shots, and unfortunately Milan has no big guys getting these rebounds, so they got to box out. They got all 5 guys have to box out, and guard needs to help. Now they got to be a little more careful since they're in bonus. But I'm sure they're going to keep their aggressivity. They're not going to back down. Active hands again. Great job. Defensively, Milano just using their hands a lot, and that what keeps them in the game. And even though they were out rebound by 12. And they're still tied up with Mega. It's impressive what Milano is doing defensively.
Suzentic, this is the jump shot. Milan in transition. There on the wing. Grassi. Excuse me, that's not Grassi, that is Mattia Ciccato. You mentioned him and Lenati in the backcourt have been pretty outstanding.
It's a great tandem, having those 2 guys. They both can, again, another shot by him. Didn't go in this time, but Lonati got the rebound, secured the rebound. They're just moving the ball. They're just sharing the ball, playing simple basketball. And, they're up by 3 right now. And you see the timeout from Mega. Let's see what they're going to come up with now.
But even though you had the mistake, the turnover, as you say, just to reflect, just confirm the score as we get the timeout. Milan 44, Belgrade 41. Even though they turned the ball over, quick three-point shot, offensive rebound, and as a flash, they're swinging the ball around, looking for a good look.
Yes, the style that they play is really impressive. The ball doesn't stick. The ball doesn't stick. They move the ball. They trust each other. They believe in each other. They take open shots. If they don't have open shots, they drive and try to create open shots for their teammates. So Milano team is doing a great job executing their plays.
Well, we talk reflect that how important that passing game is. You look at the assist totals. Belgrade have got 3. Milan 14 assists.
Already, yeah.
And we talked about it earlier how important it's great to have a big assist number, but the turnover needs to be low as well. You see Belgrade got 9 turnovers. Milan only trying that passing game without a recognised big man on the floor is what's got them ahead. And the pace of the game, tempo, is something we always talk about. The importance of, would you agree that Milan are controlling the pace of this game so far?
Yes, definitely. With their aggressivity on both ends of the floor, really defensively being aggressive, having active hands, and offensively sharing the ball, having a good spacing, and not shy of taking any shots. Again, assist turnover ratio is incredible. If I were the coach of Milan now, I'd be super happy having 14 assists and only 5 turnovers.
There we just got a glimpse of Ognan Suzentic, who's been the bright spot offensively for Mega.
Great jump to the ball, great switching.
Nice finish there.
Good finish.
Right, Petar Stojic there with the footwork. Lonati made his last 3. That one came up short. Under pressure there defensively. Suzentic, body's flying all over the place.
It's the summary of the game. Summary of the game. They're not shy of diving or taking bombs or charges. It's great to see these young guys going at each other.
Nikola Karalic, as you see the bodies go down. Karalic with the drive. There's the foul from Cordolino.
It's a strong finish.
Nikola Karalic with the deuce.
Yeah, I mean, he got fouled, but still managed to finish it. It's a skill as well,
Well, it's a 6-point swing in favor of Mega. They trail by 3.
Coming off that timeout really helped Mega and refresh everything. Now they're up by 2 points.
Caravaggio in the post, faces up, squares up, misses the jump shot. Defensive rebound, Mega. Minute and a half left till the end of the second period. Suzentic trying to work one-on-one against Jakarta, who's having none of it. Suzentic, though, persists. The fadeaway does not get the roll. Offensive rebound and stick back. That's Vučkić. Gets the bucket.
Great reaction by Mega. Used that timeout and came out really strong from that timeout. And now they're ahead 4 points. It's just a great reaction by the Mega team.
Now Coach Catalani and Milan, they respond with a timeout of their own with a minute left. They're trying to seize back momentum going into the half. What adjustment now is Milan making with a minute on the clock?
Well, definitely, they got to stick with their game plan. They've done a great job sharing the ball, moving the ball. They can't rush things. They got to come out and execute their play, whatever the coach is doing right now. They got to come out and execute it and take the great shot, not the good shot. They got to wait for the best shot ever and go from there. But they got to stay in the game. Defensively, they just got to keep it up, keep the aggressivity because they're getting offensive, defensive rebounds. They just got to 5 of them. They got to box out and get the rebounds, secure the rebounds first.
Well, it's a 7-0 run in favour of Mega, trailing 44-41, leading 44-48. See how Milan execute out of timeouts. We talk about this all the time. When you call a timeout, it needs to have a positive impact on you on the very next play.
Yes, definitely. I mean, these timeouts are super important. You got to come out and execute. And we'll see now Milan what they're going to come up with. But
sticking with this all-guard lineup. A lot of player movement, a lot of ball movement. Caravaggio, hesitation, dribble, kicks it out there. Grassi, open look.
That's one shot that you don't want to take. It's foot on the line. You know, it's not a three-point shot, but it's almost behind the arc. So that's a low percentage shot.
It's like trying to be a little bit pregnant. Either shoot a three or get to the basket.
Yes. Your foot is on the line. You know that you're on the line, and you shouldn't take that shot. Even if you're open, just go step back or, go for mid-range.
As at the end of the first period, Mega with fouls to give, and they use it to stop the action. 21.6 seconds left in the first half. Foul is committed by Vid Krunic. He'll take a seat. So
that's one ball. They're going to be patient and use the time wisely.
Mattia Ciccato, 5.6 assists, will trigger the action in this final play of the first half. All the Milan players out beyond the three-point line. No real action in the paint. Ciccato goes cross-court. Caravaggio gets the jump shot, and that's what Coach Catalina wanted in the timeout, and that will do it for the first half. Caravaggio.
What a half he had. Really great shooting performance by Caravaggio. Great job moving without the ball. Really kept him in the game. I think he had 15 points. Impressive performance by Caravaggio.
Well, you said that one reaction from your players from the timeout. Both coaches had success. That bucket there gives momentum to Milan. At the half, though, Milan 46, Mega Super Belgrade 48. We've got a tight one on our hands. Well, Doge, tell me all the action in the highlights. What did we just witness?
Well, you see Lonati here getting in the lane, finish it easily, great slasher, putting pressure on Mega's defense all the time. It's a great job taking his time and getting into the lane.
Well, Lonati has been a really impressive player for me. I think you've got all the perimeter players of Milan have been outstanding. The weakness for Milan has been rebounding. And for Mega, it just seems like sheer doggedness. It's like they've got grit, and they will fight you to the death for every loose ball, and that's why they've been rewarded with the lead. Relatively high-scoring game, though, so the tempo in favor of Milan.
Yes, they want to keep the pace really high, and Mega is keeping up with them, and going to the locker room with 2 points in advance. Definitely, Mega needs to pound them inside, like how Bako does it here. They're doing a great job putting the ball inside. They got to use it more since Suigo is out with three fouls. So we'll see. He's going to be more involved in the second half, but they got to put the ball inside with Bako more.
Well, Milan trailed by as many as 7 points. They got the lead by as many as 3. You talk about 2-point shooting. Mega pounding the ball in the paint. They've only shot 5 3-point shots in that first half, 32 2-point shots. And the numbers, the stats, Doge, will tell us a story.
Yes, you will see it here. I mean, rebounding is the huge difference. They almost doubled them up, and 30 rebounds by Mega. It's huge. And 13 of them is offensive rebound. And, that makes a huge difference. And assist-wise, Milano stays in the game, sharing the ball. They had 15 assists against Mega. And both teams, I think they take care of the ball well. Less turnovers on both teams. But we'll see in the second half with the rebounding if Milano can come up with more rebounds.
Well, the story is that this game is tight. It's 46 to Milan, 48 to Mega. We are going to take a short break, and we'll catch you for the second half action very, very soon.
Thank you.
It is halftime at the Mubadala Arena in Group A action of the Adidas Next Generation EuroLeague Finals here in Abu Dhabi. EA7 Milan 46, Mega Super Belgrade 48 at the break. Statistically, it's been an impressive performance from both sides and contrasting areas of the game. Mega dominating the rebounds 30-16, but Milan passing the ball for fun, 15 assists for just 4 of Mega, and that's made even more impressive when they've only committed turnovers, 5 turnovers, so they're plus 10. That's a 300% reward in the assist to turnover ratio. And retired point guard, or how he retired at just a baby of an age, Doge Balbite, as a point guard, you'd be quite happy to have a 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio.
Well, yeah, I was. That's one thing that I was good at, taking care of the ball. It's very important for guards to not turn the ball over, especially unforced turnovers. So Milan is doing a great job, taking care of the ball. We already mentioned each possession is super important. Each ball has its own value. So Milan has been doing a great job, incredible job in the first half. Yeah,
Milan battled back after a difficult start to the game. For Mega, Zazentic was exactly what was advertised. Outstanding score performance from him, 13 points, leading Mega. But for Milan, Garavaglia, but the defense of Zazentic was impressive. Arguably the best player in that first half, certainly from the Belgrade side of things. 13 points, a couple of block shots, and the steal to his name. And Zazentic, we said he was one to watch, and he's certainly 2 meters 2. He's tall for a guard as well.
Yes, he can handle the ball, plays the pick and roll, he can create his own shot. Definitely a very, very good player with high basketball IQ. Again, he showed his skill in 16 minutes with the 13 points, although he missed 3 free throws. It was an impressive performance by him.
And for Milan, Diego Garavaglia was the best performer, leading all scorers in 15 points in the game.
Again, his pace, getting into his shot, it's his footwork, it's really high level, and moving without the ball is one of the skills that he has now. You see, he reads his defense and he takes advantage of it and gets to the lane easy, and great finisher around the rim.
Yeah, certainly impressive, and stepped up and took big shots as well. It wasn't just sort of out of the offense. They were going to him and he was delivering.
Yes, especially these kind of situations where you have an open shot and you knock him down. It's super important for keeping his team in the game.
Well, you mentioned court time. Garavaglia, 19 minutes. I mean, at this rate, he's going to play nearly every moment of the game. Does that tell you how much Coach Catalani wants this victory?
Yes, I'm sure he's going to keep him in the game as long as he can. Definitely one guy to, have him around and all game long. He's going to contribute, I'm sure. If he doesn't have a foul trouble, he's going to stay in the game.
Well, okay, so looking forward to their future careers, you look at the EuroLeague at the highest level, coaches try to have their top 5 players average about 25 to 27 minutes a game. You've got Garavaglia and Zazentic right now on track for playing almost 35 minutes in the first game in 3 back-to-back games in a row. Is that, obviously it's the competitive nature of it. Do you then try to find ways to get in some rest in games 2 and 3?
Well, depends on, how the games go, but we know that we said that this tournament is going to be this final, so each game matters. There's going to be close games, so there's no rest time for players. They got to go all out, and they're going to play 3-4 games. So they got to stay on the court. They got to give everything they have. There's no exhaustion or tiredness.
Well, we look at the game earlier on. First game on the slate, Dubai going down by 64 points to Barcelona. That's the 6th highest margin of victory in the NextGen finals history. Barcelona, interestingly, had the #1 margin of victory. They won't beat Alba Berlin by 72 points in last year's finals. Thank you to my colleague David Hine for drilling up those numbers. Again, as I said, David Hine knows way too much about this competition, and I'm grateful for every nugget of knowledge he can share. So, those second half, what adjustments do these teams make?
Well, now I see Suigo back in the line, despite of having 3 fouls. And now we will see how aggressive Milan will be defensively with him, how they're going to cover the pick and roll. And I'm curious to see how Milan is going to handle having him on the court now, because they played the first half with the 5 short guys, and now having him on the court, we'll see if they're going to be lack of aggressivity on defensive side.
Does that change their rhythm? You said they went with all small. Now all of a sudden you put your big man out there.
Well, definitely, especially on the defensive coverage, on the pick and rolls. We'll see if it's going to be aggressive, reaching for the balls, or if he's going to be really sagging back and wait for the guys to drive on him. So definitely there might be some lack of aggressivity, but it starts with guards. So guards got to pick up again.
And Mega. And Mega, do they attack Suigo early on? I see Bako's back is going to start.
Yeah, I would definitely try to put the ball inside with Bako and see Suigo's reaction and how he guarded. But I wouldn't be surprised if they help Suigo with the double teams.
The Suigo defensively should play the whole second half with his hands up like he's under arrest.
Well, yeah.
His hand should never go below his waist.
Never.
Second half about to get underway. It will be Milan possession. They trail by 2 points, 46-48. Mega on defense. And the action is underway. Mattia Chikata, Kile Lidnati. A poisonous 1-2 punch in the backcourt, but Lidnati misses his opening jump shot. Mega comes away with the rebound, as they've done so many times in this game. Right away.
Oh, man.
Wow. You tell it. I'm tired of talking about it, Dosh. You tell me.
Well, that's one thing that you can't really teach. I'm sure that his coaches really talk to him in the halftime, keep your hands up and not to reach for the ball.
But if his hands were over his head, like you said, like he was under arrest, he can't commit that foul with his knees.
No,
4 fouls inside a minute.
Same mistakes over and over. I'm not sure.
And that's got to be playing on his brain. That's got to be really hurt his mind.
He was offsides.
And you said you hate football. He ends up getting points out of a broken play. But now if I'm Mega, I am going right to Pavle Bako. There we go. Turnover is committed by Vid Krunic. See, what does Coach Catalani do? Do you leave him out there now with 4 to say, look, we'll just get the most out of it?
Might as well, yeah, just leave him and see what he does with 4 foul.
Well, maybe you have him out there almost as a gimmick, like a Helen of Troy, like the Trojan horse is in there trying to save Helen. There, Garavaglia though answers and gets the score for Milan. Don't ask me where my Greek mythology came from. And then straight away down the lane, Suigo, wow.
Yeah, it was close.
I mean, he kept it up. Ish.
Yeah, he did.
It's funny, we talk about the cliches of basketball. It's an easy game. You pass the ball, you shoot the ball, you score the ball. That's it. But I tell you, these shooters, though, they do the job shooting-wise. Lenati gets the double. And it's a 7-2 run to start the third period. Suzentic looks at Suigo, thinks I can have a 5th foul, tries to pass it there. Chikata, I'm telling you, Mattia Chikato's performance, we've almost underrated, even though we've been talking about him, he's been underrated. 5 points, 6 assists, couple of steals.
Amazing. The way he plays defense too, Chikato is doing a great job. He has 2 steals. It's a huge performance by him. Very high energy guy as well. Uses his hands, active hands all the time.
0 fouls, 0 turnovers.
Impressive.
That's your point guard.
Yes.
Can't ask for any more than that.
Very impressive.
Well, I'm glad to say we've got another 2 minutes into the game, and Luigi Suigo has not picked up another foul. This is a positive.
I'm really happy to see him keeping his hands out right now. Not to pick up his 5th foul yet.
Well, look, And he's an important part. You know, we try to make light of it, but he's such a talented player.
Huge. I mean, you want to see him on the court.
I love that effort now. Look here, the 9 backco in the paint. Chikato picks up his first foul. Good drive there, though.
Very good drive, and he showed the foul. It's also a great skill to show the foul. You know, he picked up 2 free throws. Yeah, you just don't put your hands down. Keep your hands high.
This game is as competitive as we expected it to be. I don't think we're either one of us is any closer to knowing the destination of the victory just yet.
It will be a close game. It will be, both teams really fight hard, and I don't think any of these teams they're going to give up early. So you might see a close game all day long.
I gotta say, I am surprised that Mega. Well, Swigo kept his hands in the air, gets a block shot, no foul.
That's all you need to do. I mean, don't reach for the ball. Just keep your hands up. You're 220 and take advantage of it.
Yeah. When I retired from the game, I was one of the top shot blockers in the history of the country I played in, and I never left the floor once. I kept my toe on if I don't have the jump.
You don't need to.
Some people said it was the smell that got the block shot. This jump shot. Here comes Milan again. Lunati.
Look how he puts pressure on the defense.
Down the floor.
Very, very intelligent player. He just reads his defense and catch him off guard. Just keep attacking him.
And that's a really important point that you make there, because you lose that sometimes just watching as a fan. He chooses the pace, he chooses to attack. Sometimes you slow it down, but then he just goes right down the gut.
That's it. You dictate the tempo. That's very important. Offensive players just read your defense and attack him. You know his weaknesses. Same as Chachato is doing a great job as well attacking.
So and this is one of the things, when we talk about the tempo being in favour of Milan, that's the sort of thing that you allude to, right? It's the players that dictate, they put the pressure on the defensive team.
Yeah, that's you can't stop running, especially playing with 4 or 5 short guys. Keep putting pressure on the defense, keep running. As soon as you secure the rebound, run. Milano is doing a great job executing their transition offense.
As this game wears on, Chikato, Lunati axis is exerting more and more pressure on Mega there. Iles picks up the foul, trying to stop Lunati from penetrating. Good vertical defense by Pablo Backco. And Swigo gets the defense, gets the steal. Battle for the loose ball. Referee will give the ball back to Mega. Chikato misses the jump shot. Swigo. Well, it was Garavalia who knocked the ball loose, and well, ball ended up in the right position. It is Mega in possession, trailing by 4 points. Good hustle. Swigo breaks up the pass. Lunati.
Mega is to run. They got numbers. Great job by Susan. Great defense.
Well, how's about that for defensive hustle?
Well,
Garavalia with the rejection of Ognian. I was about to say Zazentic is the only player that Mega's got that can really attack the rim in transition, but how's about this for a defensive stop?
Great effort by Garavalia on both ends of the floor. He just came up big, huge with the block shot, and lead his team to a fast break.
And then on the back of that, Swigo gets another block shot because he's playing with his hands in the air.
That's it.
This game is so easy. We should play this sometime.
He's keeping it simple. That's all he needs to do for the rest of the game if you want to stay on the court.
Milan by 4, 59-55. Midway through the third period. There you go, Garavalia feeds Swigo for the alley-oop pass. Swigo converts the layup, and what a change in fortunes for this young man. 3 fouls inside a minute in the first quarter. Now here we are. He's 5 minutes into the period on the third. He's got 4 fouls, but He's having an impact. 6 points.
Yes.
And a free throw to come.
Having him on the court is a huge luxury for Milan. And as long as they keep their aggressivity on defense and Sugo using his hands wisely, it's a huge luxury for having him on the court. So let's see how the rest of the game, if he can stay on the court, because he's a great help for a great contributor for Milano team, Sugo.
Well, what we've seen from Sugo in this third period is a demonstration of how much he has improved. Because the Luigi Sugo of last season would have been fouled out by now with 0 points. He averages about 12.5 points a game. He's up to 7. If you get his average out of him and he fouls out, you'd almost say job done. But he's playing very vertically, hands in the air the whole time. That time Garavaglia commits the foul. Mega retains possession. And then he picks up another foul there. 2 in a hurry for Diego Garavaglia. That will be his second.
Both teams are in bonus.
And the fouls coming thick and fast to both sides. They say both teams now committed 4 or 5 fouls. Sugo will take a break. Coach Catalani couldn't let his heart beat once more. His big man still in the game. Steal again. Yusuf, well, that's a foul there. And I think that is Luca Iles who takes him down.
It's 2 shots though, they try to cut the fast break, but send him to the free throw line. But again, Milano guards, now, Omar and all these guys, they put in the pressure on Mega a lot. And pushing the ball, fast break, it's one of the skills that they have. Keep him in the game.
Well, this guard, the depth of guard of Milan have given him a 7-point lead. He's got a timeout. All by Mega. They trail by 62 points to 55.
Šta je problem? Ej, sljedeći napad.
Well, if you're Mega,
definitely they gotta get the stop. Now I think 2 free throws, but after free throws they have an offensive play, so they gotta come out and execute. Because if Milano converts these 2 free throws, it's gonna be a 9-point game. So Mega has to stay in the game, and it's gonna be crucial offensively coming out of this timeout. They've done it in the first half, but let's see if they can have the same reaction coming off a timeout in the second half.
Well, as you said, the reaction from timeouts, but Milan has been the reaction from halftime. 16 points to 7, they lead in this third quarter.
Sugo was definitely the difference maker in the second half. Great job defensively and offensively. Finishes around the basket, getting M1. Definitely was a difference maker for Milano.
I think it was John Wooden, the head coach of UCLA, one of the greatest college coaches, the greatest college coach of all time, who said you can't coach height. 2 meters 20. He's the biggest man in the building, and he certainly had an impact in this third quarter.
Definitely.
Guglielmo Youssef at the free throw line makes 1 out of 2. It's an 8-point lead for Milan. Mega. Well, they've lost their way a little bit here in the third period. They haven't got any rhythm offensively. Where do they get that improved?
Well, again, now coming out of a timeout, they should have converted it, but now defensively, Mega has to get better. Mega has to do a better job on pressuring the ball, using their hands, especially when Sugo is out now. Milano playing with 5 guards. Mega has to get stops.
And this thing with Mega, they've got 4 assists, 14 turnovers. These kids know how to pass the basketball. What are they getting wrong?
Well, they put the ball inside, but the ball sticks in players' hands too much. They got to move the ball from side to side a lot more than what they did in the first half. So that's one strength that they have is offensive rebounds, but they got to convert it.
There you go. They move the ball a little bit, then cannot convert the shot or the offensive rebound. And then what does Milan do? Gets assist number 21.
Share the ball. Find the open guy. Keep it simple.
Well, circus shot there from Ognin Cezentic, but the foul was called before the shot. 21 assists for Milan, just 6 turnovers. And they've been rewarded with an 11-point lead, 66 to 55.
What a contribution by Youssef. He's been incredible, especially whenever he comes in from the bench. You know, just gives energy and aggressiveness on offense as well. What a impressive performance by him.
Well, he needs to be. He's playing with odd-coloured shoes. You know, we're talking about free throw behind your back. If you're going to wear different colour shoes, you better be able to back that up with a performance.
Yes, definitely. I mean, the color of the shoes are interesting, but as long as he performs this way, I don't care if he goes, he plays with socks. You know.
So if he's playing bad at the first half, does he swap the shoes round? Look, yeah. And you know, these things are. You know, these young players, they do these things to get noticed, so I'm not going to complain. But I'll tell you this, Milan are certainly becoming more and more confident shooting the three-point ball. There's a foul? You kind of flinched there for
yeah, I mean,
right
I don't
in
know
front
if
of
it's
us.
just the ball, but the referee probably saw something that we didn't see. But
yeah, again, it's slopping, it's chopping down. Watch the left arm of Angeletti. Boy.
Yep, don't bring it down. You're already there, hands up. Don't bring it down, it's foul.
That's his Zentic. 17 points for him now. 18 points, leading scorer in the game, surpassing Diego Garavaglia of Milan.
Transition defense of Milano, I mean, you gotta stop Zentic earlier. You know, you cannot let him get into the lane and get into the paint easy, because he's gonna either get fouled or finish it around the rim. So they gotta do a better job stopping him in the half court.
The challenge defensively right now is for Mega, because the threes are raining down from Milan.
They're shooting 50% from three-point line. Some of the shots that they're taking is tough shots, but they managed to convert those threes.
How's about that for the defense you were talking about?
Great defense, you know, sacrificing your body, staying in front of your guy, and taking the charge. Great job by Cesato here.
Just keeps moving his feet, staying up, and then the offensive player hits him in the middle of the chest.
Chest him up, yeah, that's it. That's all you need to do. Stay in front of it, chest him up. Don't use your hands. Another one. That was a heat check.
Yeah, well, but also it's the confidence that they're shooting the ball with. So even if he misses it, Mega are nervous now because they're waiting for them to shoot the three. Danilovic answers with the mid-range too. Offensively, Mega aren't poor. It's just defensively, you know, they're giving up too many open looks.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They got to be a little more aggressive on defense. They're just letting the ball swing from side to side. And again, these easy fouls, you're in bonus and you don't make these easy fouls. You know, you're going to send them to the free throw line easily. So Mega has to do a little better job on the defensive side, just not using their hands, staying in front of the ball and keep being aggressive. That's the only way they can cut the deficit.
Well, you talked about the speed of Garavaglia, and now Mega is so nervous. Vucevic there, he sticks his hand in. Normally, he'd probably let him get set and try and get his feet set, but because Garavaglia's just been catching, swinging, and shooting the three, he's gone out there, and now Garavaglia said, well, I'll just go to the free throw line.
Right.
He's drawing the foul. Smart basketball. This is, again, to what you talked about with tempo, they are controlling the pace of the game.
Yes, definitely. I mean, Garavaglia now, he's been incredible all game long, and such a high threat from the three-point line, and also driving the basket, so it's hard to contain him. That's why Mega is not doing a great job on him, and they just send him to the free throw line easily. So he's been really dominating for Milano.
Well, Zentic moves to the point guard position for Mega, getting more touches. Danilovic has been impressive off the bench. And Milan, that aggressive defense. That's going to be an offensive.
Yeah, it is.
Now talk us through that.
Well, you know, there was a size advantage of Bako for sure, but he used his elbows. You know, don't just use your body, use your hips instead of your elbows. That was an easy call for referees, and great job defensively. And just use your hips. You're a big guy, just push your defensive guy under the basket by using your hips and you use your legs. That's all you need.
He bends his knees in established position, and the defender's got to work hard to get around you. And it's noticeable because Bacco got a lot of touches in the first half. Has barely touched the ball here in the second, except on the defensive rebounding. And he gets another one there. Mega still dominating on the backboards, plus 20 rebounding-wise. As Chikato picks up the foul. That'll be his second, and Ognjen Suzentic go to the free throw line.
But again, assists. I'm surprised seeing Mega have only 4 assists. It's incredible, you know, how Milano is dominating on the assists. But it's for Mega, it's just all individual plays, you know, individual skills of players getting to the lane, scoring, but not sharing the ball well or not reversing the ball from side to side. They got to do a better job sharing the ball.
Is that easier to defend against a team that wants to beat you off the dribble non-stop?
Yeah, it's much easier than, you know, for a team that share the ball from side to side, because they make when they share the ball from side to side, the defense shifts and opens up the space for offensive players. But if you try to solve everything by just dribbling or try to create your own shot, it makes it easier for defense to contain. So this is what Milano is doing. They jump to the ball. They know that they're not going to pass the ball. You see Suzentic here. He's going for his own shot. And Milano knows it. That's a great game plan. They just sag back and help each other and contain it. While obviously Suzentic is a great player, he finds the way to go to the free throw line. But again, when you look at the game overall, they don't share the ball. They don't create for each other really.
Well, Suzentic normally plays off the ball, and they have other point guards to create from. They put him on the point, so then all of a sudden that means he's your main scorer. So you know he's going to go to the basket.
Well, yeah, it might be a game plan for Milano as well. Just let Suzentic have 20, 30 points, and not other guys not to get involved for you know, assists. So maybe Milano don't mind having Suzentic having 30 points because other guys are not really involved right now.
That's a great observation, Doja. And the other thing is, if that happens, then if he gets down the stretch of the game, you know, fourth quarter, if it's close, they have to go to him because nobody else has shot the ball.
Exactly. So that works in favor of Milano so far.
Well, last minute of the third period. Chikato. Oh.
Very, very good player. I mean, here for the game, his mid-range shot is really makes a huge difference for him. Look at him defensively. He gets to the mark, pushes the ball. Look how he pushes the ball. Milano gets to the lanes. Corners are filled up. Look at the spacing. They just play the right basketball. This is a good shot, but they play the right way. They play the right way. That makes a huge difference.
Well, this is where, as a coach, Catalani, you don't mind missing the shot as well because you put a lot of pressure on the defense. That wears down them a little bit fatigue-wise. Almost get the offensive rebound. And if you're Mega, you almost don't know which way to turn. You led by 2 at the half. It's an 11-point swing. They trail by 9. They can hold for the final shot of the third period. Aggressive defense from Milan. Nilovic.
Tough finish.
But again, a one-on-one play.
One-on-one play. That's
but you
all
take
Mega
it.
does. Yeah. I mean, as long as he goes in, it's good. But again, you cannot play like this all game long, especially against a team like Milano. It's going to be tough to keep up with them.
Well, there, Danilovic with the final score of the third period. Grand mistake defensively by Karem. Allows Mega to cut the deficit to 7. Vuk Danilovic goes to 8 points personal. Remarkable that after 3 periods, Milan 72, Belgrade 65. As the highlights roll, we reflect on a period that was 26-17 in favor of Milan. Found easy ways to score consistently, particularly through passing the basketball. And their enigmatic big man, Luigi Swigo, got in the mix. Picked up a 4th foul at the beginning of the period, but then he made a big contribution. with 7 points and a couple of rebounds and some block shots. Mega doing everything through one-on-one basketball. Meanwhile,
you see Garvalia here being a huge impact on the offense, you know, creating for his teammates, playing inside out. It's you see now taking advantage of mismatch. You know, overall he's done a great job for his team.
Well, Garvalia, the leading scorer, joint leading scorer in the game with 21 points, but his points have come out of sharing the basketball as reflected in the assist totals. Milan 21 assists, Mega with just 4 assists and 16 turnovers. Even if you balance that up and make it 8 and 12, they would be right in this game. So they've got to take care of the basketball, but where do the points come from for Mega? Can they get to a passing game here in this fourth period?
Well, they can, you know, they can make a huge difference if they share the ball more and come up with easy baskets. If they create for each other, then they're going to be really, you know, they can really stay in the game and have a possibility to win this game. But they cannot solve all these problems just playing one-on-one or just. This is a great start though. This is how they're supposed to play. They found the right guy. Open shots just didn't go in, but this is the right way to play for Mega.
Well, the play drawn up by their coach. Don't make the shot, but then Milan. Well, you're the point guard. You tell me how that.
Well, yeah. Again, there's no defense for this. They share the ball really well. They find the open guy. It's just executing their play. They don't rush it. They don't rush things.
Danilovic answers. Well, Karen gave up the layup there. This time he steps back up Danilovic who makes the three. But what you love is this, it's Ciccato and Lenate. If you don't stop those two, I mean, it's like having one player in two positions. They work together like a charm. An unsportsmanlike foul there is picked up by Nikola Karalic. Credit the defense of Giovanni Cordolino knocking the ball away, and as he tries to run for the loose ball, Karalic, well, he says, I'm not going to let you get to this ball. There's the defensive hustle.
Well, the 2 shots in Milano ball.
In American football, they call that a chop block. That's what
now I have a question for you. Now Milano has 23 assists, you know, Mega has 4, but Mega has 45 rebounds and Milano has 25. So which one is more crucial for winning the game? Can you tell having more assists more crucial than having, more rebounds?
Look, I mean, the guards win out. Look, I bow to the guards. Normally, I'd say 17 offensive rebounds. When the other team has only got 6, I win by 20. But what the problem is for Mega is they're not able to make the shots. They get that second shot not converting. Meanwhile, look at that hesitation and dribble. Well, misses the shot at the end. So when Mega get the offensive rebound, they're not turning the offensive rebounds into points. And look at that defense on Bacco down there, slow.
All 5 guys at the hands. Look how they read the defense. I mean, that's a forced shot. That's not a wide open shot. There was contested shot, and Milano never gives up. You know, they don't get screened.
Correct.
It's collective effort on defense for Milano. Look how they run back and try to stop it. See, this is the way they're supposed to play. Mega, now they share the ball, pass the ball to Bacco. They can be, they can keep him in the game if they run like this and share the ball.
Well, Cezentic creates the bucket before taking a break. The penetration drops off to his big man, who gets pushed from behind. Cordolino picks up the foul. I'll make that 2 on him. Bacco, who's been very quiet in the second half, although he's got the 12 points. Now with a chance to get the 13 from the free throw line. Nine-point lead for Milan, 80-71. Early in the fourth quarter, so it's by no means time to panic if you're Mega. But you've got to get some stops, that's the main thing. In this small man lineup out there for Milan, and Garavalia, who's been killing them from outside, suddenly goes down low.
Again, plays inside out. You know, he can play post up. He plays behind the arc. So he's doing everything for his team.
Guess who draws that foul?
Well, yeah. I mean, each one of these guys on the court, they just do what they're supposed to do for their team to win. And each position, you know, Lonati, Carvalho, you know, Cecato, they know the game so well, and they just, you know, wait for their time to come. It's just they don't force it. They let the game come to them. You see how they execute. Look, pass the ball, another pass. That's a turnover, but again, how they share the ball, move the ball, is just a great intention. This was a bad turnover, but still.
Well, that's Cordellino turns the ball over. It's not Cecato.
Right, it's not. Yeah.
Lonati.
Yes.
It's like you put the ball in the hands of the guys who can make the right things happen.
Definitely.
Look under the basket here. Cordellino is right up on Bacco, and he gives the ball up.
The half defense, active hands again, recover, stay in front of the ball. Great job. Great job getting to the lane and getting fouled. 1-1.
Great finish from Danilovic. Again, though, it ends up as a one-on-one.
That's it. But Danilovic really keeps him in the game with his, you know, ability to get to the lane and get fouls and finish it up. So, yeah, as we say, it's just individual skills. Just skill of each player, but keeps him in the game.
Danilovic 11 points off the bench with a free throw to come. That was just the first foul by Achille Lonati. It's an 8-point deficit for Mega. Cecato, wow, just picks them apart. Oh, that's beautiful basketball from your point guard.
Yeah, Cecato's awareness is really insane. You know, he knows where his teammates are. Milano has a great, you know, look at this wide open underneath, and Cecato sees it, and it's an N1. It's just a great spacing. Knowing your teammates where they are, you know, Cecato is the point guard that you know you want to have on your team.
Well, it all starts with Cecato getting the defender on his back. Danilovic was stuck behind him, so suddenly the help has to come. And Grassi, who's behind, he's not like he's a power forward down there, just stands under the basket, waves his hands. His point guard gives him the ball for the layup. Can't convert the free throw, but it's a double-digit lead for Milan once more. 84-74, under 7 minutes left. Cezentic goes 1-on-5 and draws the foul again.
Ooh. Cramp? Okay, I think it's just cramp, yeah.
Well, Physio comes around the outside of the court.
Yeah, I hope it's just a cramp.
He's gone down like it is a cramp. Well,
yeah.
The way he's had to play so far, Cezentic has played just under 30 minutes of this game. He's played 33. And he's saying he's okay.
Well, one thing, you know, this is the first game of the you know, finals, and you don't want one of your best players to have cramps in the first day, really. But
he's been ever present on the court. So this is what I was asking about. Do you have to give your players rest? You've got to manage that, and the coach does a wise move and sits him down.
This is 30 minutes. You know, he played 30 minutes already. First game of the finals, and one of your best players having cramps. It's not a good sign, but I'm sure the medical staff will work on him.
Cezentic sits down with 21 points. He's 9 of 14 at the free throw line, replaced by Nikola Karalic, who is 2 of 4. He will take these two.
But as you said, it was just 1 against 5 again. Cezentic brought the ball down, played the top pick and roll, and just go straight to the basket and got fouled. This was the summary of how Mega played today.
It's where their points are coming from. Danilovic is 11 points, nothing out of an assist. We know that because they've got 5 assists now.
5 assists, yeah, it's crazy.
Danilovic, though, like a man possessed, says, I'll take on the Cezentic role. Working, gets the steal. Challenges Cecato. Gets his shot blocked by Cordellino, which you won't say very often. Again. And then how's about that for fast break basketball?
Again, I'll tell you the same thing. You know, great job defensively. He stole the ball. Nobody else touched the ball. He brought the ball down. He drove himself and, you know, just couldn't finish it. Nobody else touched the ball.
And as a result, after this bullet pass from Cecato,
Great pass, great
to
awareness.
Lunati.
Look at this no-look pass between two guys.
And we've said that many times tonight. Mattia Ceccato, 7 points, 12 assists. Timeout call by Mega. They trail 86 points to 75. Well, Coach Vidasevic berating his team. Yes, it's defense he's talking about. They're playing against a superior collection of guards. So, I don't know what the solution is. They've gone away from pounding the ball inside. So what do you do with 6.5 minutes left down by 9?
I'm sure they're getting away from their game plan right now. They got to put the ball more inside. What they did in the first half was great. They just getting away with the game plan. But look how Milano plays, how they share the ball now. Starting from Ceccato, sees the open guy and passes the ball. Lunati has been incredible all game long as well.
20 points for Lunati.
Yeah.
And he just gets to the right place at the right time, and he knows his partner in crime is going to find him.
Great tandem, those two guys.
Well, you had something similar back in your days with FS, with Anadolu, with Vasily and Larkin.
Micic and Larkin, similar.
It's like having one player,
that's a huge
two
luxury.
bodies.
Right, that's a huge luxury to have those two guys.
Okay, so you can do that in 5 years at professional level. These kids are doing it at 17 and 18.
Impressive, really impressive.
Swigo back in the action. He forces the miss. Partial block shot. Luigi Swigo playing vertical defense against Bacco.
He figured it out in the second half. Better late than never, It's just maybe the first game of the tournament or the finals. And glad to see him just figuring out at the end of the game.
Well, better he does that now in game one. But also now with 6 minutes left in the game, he's got 4 fouls. You're like, oh.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Did he have 3 fouls in the first minute? I don't remember.
Right.
Well, look, we talked about tempo. Now I think you have to talk about body language. Milan, do they look like they've got the confidence to close this one out?
Yeah, definitely. I think they have that experience and playing in the other tournaments as well. They have the confidence to close this game really on a high level. They just got to stick with the game plan and keep sharing the ball, keep attacking. As you see, Daivaria, putting pressure on the defense and be able to finish it with the N1. Milano has so many weapons, so many weapons. Their guards are incredibly high skilled, and that makes a huge difference.
That's a tough finish, though.
Tough finish. And this is his not first N1. I think that he hit multiple.
But that is confidence. That's the sign, the swagger that they've got. It looks a little bit, reminds me of a Scotty Wilbekin type player. Just drives in, get out of my way, I'm going to score.
That's it.
Converts the M1. The game's leading scorer with 25 points. A steal again. Michele Lunati in the open floor, one-on-one. It's almost cruel to make him score it because the points could just put him on the scoreboard. And this is it. Milan breaking it open. A 16-point lead. Timeout call by Mega.
Again, unforced turnovers, just being careless with the ball. And Milano, great job running on the lane and just easy finish on the fast break. But again, you cannot have these turnovers in a crucial time of the game. You have Mega has 19 turnovers and Milano has only 8 turnovers so far. You've got to take care of the ball. Mega has to come up with some kind of defensive stuff. Otherwise, the game is slipping away from them.
Evo, ja vas pitam kako?
Win your next 2.
Nula strana, znači uđi ovdje. Treba da baciš, pa šta znaš?
Yes, definitely, but still the game, it's a long time to go, 5 minutes, so with the different defensive styles, I think you might be able to cut the deficit and still come up on top, but they got to try something different because what they're doing right now doesn't work.
We have to say that Milan, as this game has worn on, and maybe it's a result of them controlling the pace and the tempo of the game, they've asserted their authority over it, and now look, they're pushing still full court man-to-man. Interesting that Cesentic is back in on the ball at his foot.
Well, yeah, there is no explanation on this. 2 unforced turnovers. But you see Bako, how he supports his teammate. It's a great friendship. It's a great teammate. These guys will make mistakes. It's just unforced stuff, but they got to learn from it. It's just a great lesson for them.
20 turnovers.
Great execution.
I told you about the confidence, and there you go. Luigi Swigo turns into one of the stars as Carvalho with the assist.
And great screen. I think it was Ceccato or Lunati. Great back screen. They executed really nicely coming out of a timeout.
Look, you can't see off the ball.
Yeah, that's Lunati's back screen. Great pass by Carvalho.
Not a bad shot from Danilovic out of the offense as well. Rare we've seen that tonight, not one-on-one, but he can't convert. And now Milan can go to game management mode. Don't need to go into exhibition mode.
Wow, look at this defensive effort.
Wow, Carvalho.
You're almost up by 20 points and still go for defensive effort, go for a block. It's incredible. It shows character, great character.
We're talking about 17 and 18-year-old young men here when we say veterans, but as far as the ANGE is concerned, these are veteran players who have been together for 2-3 years. And this is the hustle here. Carvalho times that to perfection. The rejection.
This is his second block like this.
And they say this is an undersized team. They've got 6 block shots in this game. Luigi Swigo, 2 meters 20, bucks the trend for this team as being the only real giant on the floor. And Mega, we talked about that because Milan have had the control of the pace of the game, it's just worn Mega down. Mega go up against Dubai tomorrow, so they will hope to convert that. Milan, assuming they clear this one out, take on Barcelona. What a game that could be. That will decide who goes top of the table. Swigo with the rejection.
Wow. But again, proud of what Swigo is doing in the second half, despite of having 3-4 early fouls. The way he handled himself and mentally staying strong and still blocking shots and staying in the game. It's really important for a player to react this way and stay in the game and still contribute. Swigo played 10 minutes and 9 points and 3 rebounds. I'll take that any day.
And 4 block shots.
4 block shots.
One of your
incredible.
team leaders, that's what you want.
Yes.
The younger players look to him. And there you go. There you go. The Chicago Bulls triangle on you there. Carvalho in the post.
Yes.
They're running splits down there. Ceccato and Swigo. Well, credit to Mega, they're still playing up, but they look like a team that's had a bad game. The fact that Sazentic went back into the game after being injured, showing that they didn't have any other answers.
But yeah, they can't find a solution for Lunati, Ceccato, or Carvalho.
Well, Lunati, we know, is an outstanding one-on-one player. You give him a 20-point lead and stay here. Achille, see what you can do. Swigo with another one. Sazentic almost down and out on the floor. And almost cruel to make them keep going as Carvalho finds Swigo for the slam.
To be honest, it was fun to watch this Milano team really fighting, still playing aggressive on defensive end. Well, we'll say bye to Swigo, but it's time to get some rest, ready for tomorrow.
But that's the 5 fouls. That's the first foul he's committed with his hands over his head. You will take that foul on your big man every day of the week.
Yes.
And if he gives back any one of the first 3 that he committed, he doesn't come out of the game. But as you rightly said, big bounce back from him.
Yes.
And he'll feel a bit of pressure, won't he, to perform better in the next games. He's got a big challenge against the inside players of Barcelona tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough and physical, but this has to be a great lesson for him. How he picked up easy 3 fouls by reaching and not putting his hands up. But tomorrow is going to be a great test for him to see himself against physical Barcelona team.
11 points, 3 steals, 5 block shots, and 3 rebounds. But more importantly for him, 5 fouls. He's out of the game, but his team have a 20-point lead. We've got under 3 minutes left.
Look how they move the ball. It's really incredible what they do.
Lunati, sorry, misses the three.
Another extra. Just a beautiful basketball. Just even if it doesn't go in, it's just how you're supposed to play the game of basketball.
You've got to say they're playing with the same energy now in minute 37 as they played in minute 3.
Same energy, same intensity. And after the free throws, look, I wouldn't be surprised if Omar Karim picks up full court and still have the same intensity. Look, he's already next to Danilovic, probably going to pick him up full court. It's just the discipline and character of this Milano team.
Tia Ciccarto will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Diego Garavaglia takes a seat and certainly a well-deserved rest.
28.7 assists, 4 rebounds, and 3 block shots. Unbelievable.
And arguably the most impressive block shots of the game. 2 of them hustling back against streaking fast break players. And that Lunati, Ciccarto, Garavaglia. What can you say about those 3? And you talk about Karem, and indeed he is. Full court pressure on Danilovic.
He's there. See, not getting screened. Pressuring the ball, staying in front of his guy. Everything starts with your guard. It's okay. This is a good foul, even though you're on bonus. You show that aggressivity. You know, that's what the coaches want to see. That's what your teammates want to see. I don't know if it's a foul, but yeah, great aggressivity.
I think he trips over him. Yeah. The feet contact, so foul is going to get called. Danilovic, 14 points, all off the bench. Look to add at the free throw line. Well, it's hard to swallow. There certainly isn't a way back, down by 21 points with just over 2 minutes left. You do start to look ahead. If you're Mega, they've got to find a way to start passing the basketball. Just 7 assists and 20 turnovers. And the turnovers they had have been almost criminal. They just gifted the ball to a team.
Yes. Unforced turnovers.
Danilovic will add to his total here. Fortunately for him, Garavaglia is on the bench, so he doesn't get it blocked. He'll go to 16. Lunati keeps firing, and another offensive rebound. Ciccarto. Rare mistake from him. I'll make that his first turnover. Danilovic with the miss. Coach Catalani, we talk about the difference between coaching and teaching. He's teaching Ciccarto now. He's saying, look, the game is done. I don't need you trying to go in there and breaking the team down. Run an offense. Make the most of the clock.
No need to force it. Keep it simple how you did it for all game long. Just keep it simple. Exactly. Pass back, read the mismatch. This is it. Very simple.
Well, Ciccarto goes to a double-double with that three-point shot. 12 points, 12 assists.
Well, yeah, it's time to...
Well, the only way to stop him is to sit him down.
Right.
You know, this is a kid that loves playing the game.
It is time to take him out, I guess. Ciccarto and Lunati both needs their minute on the bench.
Rem on the ball defense. But Danilovic keeps his composure. Yeah. He makes the score. We get a substitution. Lunati will sit. Ciccarto, I think, has had instructions from his coach. Nothing crazy. 1 minute left. I don't know anybody to substitute you with. They've only got, because their guards have played the whole game, he hasn't got a guard to sub him in.
Yes.
Ciccarto feeds down low. Turnaround jump shot in the post is up, away, and it is sweet by Ubu.
Nice shot.
Follow on ball with the turnaround jumper. Showing some springs. Offensive rebound. Offensive rebound number 19 for Mega. Still trailing by 28 points. How's it just turned into a blowout here? 34 points they've conceded in the fourth quarter. To be fair, at the end of the third, it was almost game over. And now, Milan, with the game winding down, that should be enough to close it out. Karalic will heave from half court, something they do at the end of practice every day. They do not convert. Disappointment for Coach Vidosavljevic of Mega. For a great performance and a statement win from EA7 Milan.
You got to give credit to Milan's guards. 32 assists. It's incredible. It's amazing what they did offensively, sharing the ball. Getting double figures from 4 guys. They just had they had a great game. Their game plan really worked out, even though Suigo got early 3 fouls. 5 guards, playing with 5 guards, aggressivity and intensity was there, and they played the game 40 minutes. Throughout the 40 minutes, they had the same intensity, same aggressivity.
Yeah, impressive performance from Milan. Disappointment for Mega. The players assemble center court to celebrate or commiserate. Milan, the team that have never won the Adidas Next Generation EuroLeague competition. They're going to start with a big win, though. Final score, EA7 Milan 106, Mega Super Belgrade 88. Well, the players leave the court. There's a bounce in the step of some of those Milan players. Mega look tired. Well, they look like a team that's just been beat by 28 points.
Well, yeah, I didn't think the game would be ended this way, but again, the way Milano played 40 minutes, they never relaxed. They never, stopped attacking it. So made a huge difference at the end. When we look at the Mega side, not sharing the ball, just having so many individual plays, it just didn't work out for them today.
Well, they led up 48 points to 46 at the half. So the second half was Milan dominated. We're going to hear from some contributors. First up, head coach of Milan.
Coach, congratulations. I don't think a lot of people thought that we would see this result. Your thoughts about your team's performance?
Yeah, we are very proud. It was a big game for us. 106 points is identify our kind of game. We played a good game, especially in the second half. In the second part, we lost Gigi Suigo at the beginning for some problem with the faults, but we react very well as a team, and we are very proud of our second half of the game. We need to restart tomorrow from the second part of this game, because I think this how we can play and how we can approach also every game for us.
Talk about the motivation of this team. The Italian club has never won this tournament. How motivated are you guys to actually become the first one?
It's a big opportunity to be competitive, to try to be competitive in this kind of competition with this team. So this is our motivation. We want to be competitive every time.
Let's go with that. Thanks.
Milan won that second half by 60 points to 40. Outscored Mega by 20 points, having trailed by 2 at the half. So big second half from Coach Catalani. We're going to get some comments from the players. We talked about the guards of Milan, but the standout for me was Mattia Ciccato.
Mattia, congratulations. What a game. Your thoughts about this performance by the team?
Yeah, we did a great game, especially in the second part. We grow on defense, especially in the second part, and this is the best for us, because we are a defense team that we want to play really hard defense, so we win for the defense of the second part.
Defensive team that scores 106 points. You had 12 assists. Talk about how you were able to really run the show today, also with Gigi for a long time.
Yeah, the defense is the best part in the game. If we play good defense, we can attack really better. I mean, if we play on course, like we run we can do a great attack.
Let's go with that. Congratulations.
Yeah, what a performance by Mattia Ciccarto. Not the leading scorer for his team, those, but he really ran the show, and he triggered them defensively as well.
Yeah, I mean, that was a humble answers for when David asked for his assist. He had 13 assists, but he kept playing, talking about his defense or his team's defense. So that shows how good character he is. And he's a team guy for sure, team first guy.
Well, the energy that was displayed by the guards of Milan rifled through the entire team. Mega, in the first half, fed the ball inside, went away from that in the second half and tried to compete with Milan on the exterior. But those guards of the Milanese, the little red shoes, they showed some skills today.
They did. Milano guards really, three of them, they just attacked the paint and find open guys, share the ball, and obviously shoot the ball well. So all those three of them made a huge difference in the game.
And what an opportunity to build on this as they look ahead to the matchup with Barcelona tomorrow. Can they perform? Can they do this again tomorrow? Does Gigi Swigo turn up and play more than 1 minute in the first half?
Well, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be more physical than today. Barcelona has the length and strength, so it's gonna be a great test for Milano to come up tomorrow, and I'm sure they're gonna try to play the way they played in the second half today. We'll see how they're gonna perform.
If they shoot the ball like this, they're gonna have to pick up with the rebound in the -15 against the Mega team. We look at the standings, that 18-point victory, my maths got a bit carried away and I said 28, but I failed maths when I was at school anyway. Barcelona by 64 points against Dubai. Milan, Barcelona, arguably the game of the competition tomorrow. And still to come today, we've got Inset Paris, imperious in qualification against Zalgiris Kaunas, and then Real Madrid, an overtime elite, close out the action for the day. Well, it's been a terrific start to the competition. We'll catch you for more ANGE next time round. For me and Dosh, it's bye for now.
Bye.